Ha. Hello guys, good day to you all, back again with your retired villain, DCG player and grinding game enthusiast, Raven Reinhardt, virtual YouTuber from Indonesia here. Nice to meet you all and nice to see you guys again. Okay, in today's video of Raven's Digimon card game corner, I'm going to talk about one of the long-running deck, I guess? Not really long-running since it's from the previous BT, like it's from BT 12. I'm gonna talk about the Red Hybrid. There is nothing new about this deck in BT 13, but I've been piloting this deck for quite a while. Even in BT 13 it's quite competitive. It's still fast, it still gets the job done. Mind the Omegamon behind my back, I forgot to change the background for this, but it's fine. Omegamon still have some red in them anyway. So, Red Hybrid. The deck is very straightforward for a red deck. It's just like, you know, the hit and run deck. You hit, you die, you hit, you don't die, you hit again next time. And if you die, you do something, like you summon another Flamemon or you play Tamers or something. Now, the gimmick of a Red Hybrid or any hybrid deck on that matter is they, all of their level 4s, all of their level 4 can digivolve from a tamer. You may digivolve this card from your hand onto one of your Takuya Kanbara as its level 3 red Digimon. Like, they can evolve from your Takuya, and of course you bring 4 and 4 Takuya for the occasion. So yeah, it's quite a straightforward deck, although the tricky part about Red Hybrid from BD12 is the new Takuya. With the ESS, your turn, this Digimon gains 2000 DP. If this Digimon has 10,000 or more, it gains your turn once per turn. When this Digimon checks your opponent's security, it gains 2 memory. By the ruling, the timing for this effect is after security effect is resolved and before the battle. So if you like check an Omegamon for 14k, you get the 2 memory first before you die from the battle. But if you check, let's say, a Gaia Force or something that deletes you, supposedly you got deleted first before you can activate this effect. I just read the Q&A for that. Yeah, and also this Takuya is a fixer, and this tamer alone can get you up to KaiserGreymon, because you evolve to level 4 for 2 cost, to Aldemon for 1 cost, and to KaiserGreymon for 3 or 4 cost, depending on which KaiserGreymon you play. And using its own effect, the Tamer's effect, if you have 3 and your opponent doesn't have any fixer, you can like pay 2 for Frittermon, evolve 1 into Aldemon. That means you're at 0, you hit 18k, you're not gonna die from that, plus 2 memory and then evolve to Kaiser, giving your opponents 1, and if your Kaiser got deleted, you play another Takuya from your trash or hand for Kaiser's own effect. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the list. For the egg, I'm using the Yokomon from BD11. I just found out there's this egg, actually. If you have a red tamer in play, draw 1 on deletion. Yeah, the effect is on deletion, so you kind of have to die for the effect to actually take effect. It's kind of a, you know, it's kind of clunky, but it's one of the best drawer you can get, because the other drawer is a Greymon. Greymon needs you to have a 6k for when you're attacking to draw 1. So yeah, it's a bit tricky, but it's one of your best drawer options out there, actually. Okay, so next we have a Flamemon. The new Flamemon from BD12, it has the on-play effect of by trashing 1 card with hybrid in straight, you draw 2. It's like Dorumon but for hybrid, and its ESS is giving 2k for the whole evolution line. The old Flamemon of BD4, you open free, add 1 hybrid and 1 red tamer, and you get 2. That's why this is a good card. And next, the BT6 Flamemon, the 4 cost, but it gives you piercing from the ESS. It's quite nice. It's actually one of your it's your second best option to evolve on the raising area, because your first option to evolve to raising is this Flamemon, with the on-play effect of revealing 4 cards from the top of your deck. Add 1 Digimon with Hybrid, or Susanoo, or Takuya. So you pick one. You don't actually get 2 from this. But the ESS is play 1 Takuya on deletion, which is quite nice. Next, the bread and butter for hybrid deck, which is Pokemon. 3 cost rookie, open 5. On play, open 5. Get 1 hybrid or 10 warriors and 1 tamer among them. And also your turn once per turn effect. When your tamer digivolves, you gain 2 memory. If your Pokemon can live to see next turn, it's actually a really busted card. Next, we have our level 4, the new Agnemon. It can slide evolve from your Vritramon for 1 cost. You can evolve from Takuya for 2. It evolves from Flamemon for 2. And on deletion, you play 1 Flamemon suspended without paying its memory cost, but the on-play effect activates. Its evolution effect is playing Takuya for free from your hand. Next, we have the Vritramon, 3 cost normally to evolve, 1 from Agnemon and 2 from Takuya. Specifically Takuya, you cannot evolve Taichi into this. And when it evolves, it gains 2k DP, which makes it 8k, and if you evolve from Takuya, it makes it 10k. Exact number for Takuya's ESS to actually activate on Vritramon, which is quite nice. The ESS is another plus 2k DP for your more DP pump. Next, I bring 1 Agnemon. My reason for bringing this Agnemon is actually quite cheap. The reason is, number 1, it increases the number of Agnemon in my deck, in case I want to go into Aldamon. The new Aldamon that I only bring 1. Second, it increases the number of 2 cost evolution level 4 in my raising area. The third one being, I have the Tamer Evolution box Agnemon alternate art, and it would be a waste if I don't use it in my deck. Yeah. Next, we have the BT7 Vritramon. You can evolve it from Red Tamer to cost. You can slide evolve from level 4 for 1 cost. Normally 3 cost. When evolving, if you have hybrid in its evolution source or Takuya, delete one of your opponents with 4k DP or less. Your bread and butter removal. Next, we have the new Aldamon. This Aldamon is actually quite fun. From your hand, during main phase, you can place 1 Agnemon and 1 Vritramon from your trash and 1 of your Takuya to evolve that Takuya into this Aldamon, as if the Takuya is level 4. So you pay 3 and you just go to Aldamon. Although this Aldamon is quite bland, since it doesn't have any notable onboard effect, it only has the on deletion return 1 Takuya from your task to your hand. It does not even play it. You only return it, and it doesn't have any ESS. For me, this is the shittiest Aldamon out there, but it's nice to bring 1 of it. Next, we have the best Aldamon. When you evolve, when your Digimon that has Tamer card and its Digivolution card would digivolve into this card in your hand, reduce the cost by 2. So if you evolve from Takuya into Aldamon, it's only 1 cost. And then when you evolve this Digimon, if it has a hybrid in its source, it gains 4k. So by default, it's already 12k. With Takuya in its DSS, it's 14k. With Vritramon under it, the ESS, it goes 16k, and along with Vritramon's on evolution effect, it goes to 18k. Yes, 18k. It's actually that big. And what's busted about this Aldamon is the inherited effect. Your turn while this Digimon is hybrid form or 10 warrior type, options card checked by this Digimon does not activate their security effect. Considering how this deck gives your KaiserGreymon more than 16k attack, there is no possible way the KaiserGreymon would die from checking security. You can just sweep the security with your KaiserGreymon and call it game with this Aldamon. Next, we have the KaiserGreymon lineup. I bring 4 of the BT12. It has the security attack +1, and when evolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon 6k or lower. But if it has a red tamer in its Digivolution cards, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon instead. And considering how its DP would easily reach 15-16k, it's basically deleting anything on the board. And also, on deletion, you may play one Takuya Kanbara from your hand or trash without paying its memory cost. And mind you, it has an evolution cost of 3, so performing a Hyper Spirit with the old Takuya while having Fixer on board does not pass you the turn, which is quite nice. Next, we have the KaiserGreymon, the old one. It has the when evolving Blitz, and your turn once per turn when the Digimon is blocked. Unsuspend, gain 1 for each card with hybrid, and it's a Digivolution card. It's not really that relevant anymore because who blocks? No one blocks anymore. People just go redirection, attack negation. There's no more block. That's why I only bring up 1 with it, because it will increase the number of KaiserGreymon in my deck, and having a Blitz from a Hyper Spirit while having the Piercing Flame on is actually quite a nice addition, because I can actually remove something while checking the security along the way. And sometimes this Kaiser actually won me the game, like I have no memory left, I can just Hyper Spirit and swing to face. Next we go to the bread and butter option, is the Atomic Inferno or Brahmastra. It's 1 cost, one of your hybrid gets 3k DP, security +1, and your turn when this Digimon is blocked, it gains 3 memories. The security effect is also busted, like all of your Digimon get security +1 until the end of your next turn. Got checked from security, everyone just hit more than once. Play it, it's basically check 2 minimum, since the DP would be too big for any of your opponent's card to hold, unless you hit the Royal Knight or something. Yeah, that's a different story. But for me, Brahmastra is bread and butter for this deck. Like, you bring 2 to 3 of it. I personally bring 3 because I like the game too quick. 4 and 4 of Takuya, no debate on that. The old Takuya being once per turn you can place 5 hybrids, trash under this tamer to evolve it into KaiserGreymon as it was level 5. The ESS is giving a crit 1 if you have 10k or more. It's an easy 4-4 because this is the only tamer you need. Okay, my last option would be Analog Youth. Analog Youth has the 2 costs, very cheap, and you open 3, add 1 Digimon and trash the rest. Trashing the rest means filling you up for Aldemon's evolution and for the Hyper Spirit. And also it thins your deck. You get any Digimon you want for a very cheap cost of 2. And it has the alternate effect when one of your level 5 or higher Digimon with Digivolution cards deleted. You may suspend to gain 1 memory and 1 Digi-Egg is hatched. In Ancient Greymon this is very used, but in Kaiser it's not. Like, your Aldemon will not likely die, and it's rare for your KaiserGreymon to die. Even if it dies, taxing it would not worth as much, like you would have dropped Takuya instead of Analog Youth during your free turns. But this is quite a nice card to get your consistency. This list isn't really fixed, because personally, the Analog Youth is quite a free slot for me. Like, you can get a free Analog Youth. Before Analog Youth, I had 3 red memory boosts for the consistencies. And looking at the current meta, I might just change the 3 Analog Youth into 3 Crimson Blaze or Koen, or a Solarmon or something. Because I would like to have a way to deal with my opponent's board as well. Since if I have Solarmon, I would only stop Crossheart and Royal Knight, but if I have Koen, I would be able to stop Royal Knight. Like, at least I buy them 1 turn, so they don't go apeshit Omegamon on me. And I can just win the next turn. I can also answer Chessmons. They're not really a popular deck, but it's still a deck nonetheless. I can just burn everything and they can't summon anything. I can also use it to answer Bloomlord, and I can use it to answer Belphimon. Since Belphimon has the Gizmon, the 6k or lower, Gizmon would spawn another Gizmon, they just spawn. Having Koen in my arsenal would really help that, because at least I'm gonna stop the swarms. So yeah, this deck for me is, I think it's already the perfect ratio for me. The egg might be changed, but the whole thing is a perfect ratio, except the Analog Youth. It's actually 3 free slots, like you can change it to red memory boost, Cohen, Solarmons, Omegamon. I mean, you can get Omegamon X, I don't give a fuck. But yeah, there's a lot of possibility in this deck. It's very fast. It's quite simple-minded, but it's not that easy to play, since the +2 from this Takuya is actually hard to master, but with practice it's quite easy and you can nab some prizes with this deck. So yeah, I guess that's it for the red hybrid deck list. Tell me what you guys think about it, and if you guys want to build it or try to fight with red hybrid during the BT13 Royal Knights meta, leave a comment and maybe we can discuss about it. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about next. Let's just see when I actually got the idea. I guess that's it for today's video. Raven Reinhardt signing out, and see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.